What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of First and Goal Sports with your boy Tyrone Brown. And man, oh man, the bye is over. The mental stress has returned. We had a nice little break, which we all needed because the Eagles was driving us crazy with the way they was winning. Everything was close, but at the end of the day, folks, we still are the best team in football. We are 8-1, and I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing changing. Um, the one thing I do hope that changes is that the Eagles worked out their pass defense. That's the main thing. Did the Eagles work out their pass defense? Are we going to run the ball more? So that's the things I'm looking forward to change in the second half because, as you all know, we got what we call what Murderers Row coming up for the Eagles. It is it's a tough one. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's rough. It's definitely rough, man. Because when you look at it, right? I mean, let's start it off. Let's start it off. You got the Chiefs Monday night Super Bowl rematch. Even though I don't even know why they call us a rematch because it's not like it's a rematch for the belt. You know, the Chiefs already won the title. You know, so what are we trying to make a statement here? Okay, cool. Make a statement game. The Chiefs are the best team in the AFC. They went out in London and beat up on the Miami Dolphins, who I think are frauds, by the way. I don't think the Miami Dolphins can beat a good team because the way they play, it seems like they tighten up when somebody actually figures them out. They don't know how to get to the next level. And they haven't shown championship football. You got to beat good teams. You have to be good teams. That's just how it goes. You're not going to get anywhere if you do not beat good teams. Because as soon as you face adversity, as soon as you face a tight schedule, nothing's going to happen. Then you got the Buffalo Bills. Now, here's the interesting thing about the Bills. They look like they've fallen apart. I don't know what's going on with them. I honestly do not know what's happening with them. But when you really look at the situation at hand, it's Josh Allen. I mean, seriously, the Broncos just beat the Bills in Buffalo. The Broncos, the team that we all thought was dead in the water, who has a chance to make some noise, who has a chance probably to sneak in the wild card if they can get a win today. We're going to talk about the Broncos a little bit, and when I'm looking at Russell Wilson, let me see what else. Then you got tonight, the Ravens and the Bengals. Another couple squads. The Browns just beat the Ravens, and the Texans just beat the Bengals. I mean, when you think about it, you know, these teams aren't handling business like they're supposed to. The Ravens are a good team. So are the Bengals. I believe Buffalo's a good team. But it looks like when things get tight, that's when these teams are having their most problems. And if you cannot win tight football games, then you can't win. It's just that simple. I mean, what are you going to do? You cannot win if you cannot beat good football teams and you can't win in tight situations. And that's the thing I wanted to really talk about with the Eagles, because even though they've been winning ugly and things ain't been looking as crisp as we would like it, they still winning, man. They still winning. So what do people want us to do? What do the world want us to do? I mean, at the end of the day, we're winning. We're winning. They're 8-4. I'm sorry, 8-1. I don't know what else to say. But then, you got the 49ers after Buffalo. They look like they got their swag back. They got the Bucks this week. They should beat the Bucks, and because the Bucks got to go to their stadium. They beat up on the Jacksonville Jaguars. So the 49ers look like they had a reset after they got Debo back and Trent Williams back. I tell people all the time, it makes a difference when you have your whole team intact, because when you are relying on Brock Purdy to really beat you, he's not that type of quarterback. He's in a system that protects his weaknesses, and he needs everything around him to be successful. But what team does it? What quarterback does it? Everybody says, well, Patrick Mahomes doesn't have that much. Yes, he does. He has Andy Reid, who's one of the greatest offensive minds to ever do it. So when you have somebody around you who knows how to move pieces around, that's what you get. Now, would Mahomes look better with a top wide receiver? Yeah, we seen that when he had Tyreek Hill, right? It's a no brainer. But he doesn't have a number one wide receiver. He has the best tight end in football though, Travis Kelce, who we might as well say is one of the top wide receivers in football the way that bull plays. But for the most part, man, when you really look at it, you don't see him making mistakes down the line. You don't see Mahomes making mistakes down the line. You see him winning with what he has. And then after that, you got the Cowboys, which is a rematch in Dallas. They've been pretty much unbeatable there. They got a game on the road against the Carolina Panthers, who, what people don't understand, is a lot tougher game than what people think it is. That's gonna be a tough game. The Carolina Panthers are not pushovers at home. They have a pretty good defense, but it's their offense that's been struggling. The Cowboys have a great defense, so I'm thinking the Cowboys will win that game. I just don't know how it's going to go from an offensive standpoint because, like I tell everybody before, if the Cowboys are in a fight, a tough fight, they're not going to win. There's another team that needs to be ahead. If they're ahead, they beat up on you. They beat up on you if they're ahead. There's no doubt about it. They beat up on you if they're ahead. It is what it is. So then you have the Eagles and the Seahawks. All right, so you got to go to the Seattle, which is a tough place to play. I can see them. Seattle's a pretty good team. They're coached by Pete Carroll. I don't take no game for granted. As you can tell when we lost to the Jets, it is what it is. So we'll see what happens. I mean, to me, the Eagles got to go at least 3-2 and 4-1 in this road. The Cowboys have a tough stretch. They got some kick games right now, but we'll see what happens. Before I jump into, I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to jump on and drop this stuff real quick. Not going to be on here too long. But the thing I wanted to drop was I wanted to talk about my fantasy squad as well. So I got two teams in the ESPN league, which are doing subpar. So I'm a Game of Thrones fan. So, my last name is Brown. So my team is House Brizzle. We're 6-4 there. My other squad, which is in another league, is ESPN as well, but another league with other people. We're 4-6. And then my Yahoo league, which I just started to turn around, I was stinking in real bad. I'm 3-7 right now, but I've won 3 straight. So if I win 4 more, I'm in, which is crazy because that lets you know that everybody still stay close to each other. So what's happening is with everybody staying close to each other, it's allowed me to not be out. I can still get in at the 6th or 5th spot because everybody's like 5-5. There's somebody 4-6. There's not too many people ahead of me. You got the 1-2-3s who's 8-2. I think 8 and hold on, I'll show it to y'all right now. Hold on real quick. I can tell you exactly what's going on. Give me 1 second. All right, so this basically is like this. You got one team that's 7-3. You have another team that's 7-3 and another team 6-4. Everybody else is 5-5 and 4-6. I'm right there. If I win, I'm right in the mix. I'm right in the mix. And here's what's happening. Nobody won't trade with me. Nobody wants me to make it back in. It is what it is. Nobody wants to trade with me. Nobody wants to, get me back in or anything like that. So there's nothing I can do about it. It's just like it's tough because when I try to make trades with people, they're trying to poach my team, not understanding that I'm trying to, make history. I'm trying to get in and try to sneak and see can I get a win here or just get in the playoffs. I would just like to get in the playoffs from when I was like from like whatever. But what was it? I think I was 0-5. I was getting cooked, man. bad. And I was losing a couple of close games. I could have won the close games here and there, but guys were having their best players show out. So right now I'm in another tight one, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So, like I said, I'm still in it. In my other league, I'm tied for third because everybody's just, like I said, everybody's bunched up. So I can still get in. And when I'm 4-6, I can still get in. And my 6-4 league, I'm doing real well. I'm second, I believe, in that league. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. So you got the Browns and the Steelers coming up. So I'm gonna just run down these games real quick. Because like I said, I'm not gonna be in here too long. If you want to place your bets and stuff like that, my picks are really well. I do really well with picks. So just see what happens here. So we got the Ravens and the Bengals tonight. I'm thinking the Ravens going to handle business. I do not trust the Cincinnati Bengals at all. I don't trust the Ravens at all, but I do trust the Ravens at home to get it done. And I just don't think Cincinnati has enough defense for that Ravens offense. We'll see. You got the Browns and the Steelers. I'm taking the Browns. I just think with the Browns, losing Deshaun Watson is a hurt piece. They got this young kid, though, that's going to play. They run the football, and they play nasty defense. The Steelers play nasty defense, but I don't trust their quarterback too much over there. The boy Pickett. Yeah, I don't trust his quarterback too much. Dolphins, Raiders. 2 weeks ago, I'd have picked the Dolphins hands down, but the Raiders are running the football. They have Antonio Pierce. They are playing some tough football right now, and they believe. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Jacobs get going, it's going to be crazy. Sports Spotlight, what's going on, man? 2 starts. Flowers, Marquise Brown, okay, and Trey McBride. Okay, PPR. Okay. All right, Sports Spotlight, thank you for that. Appreciate you. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining. I wasn't going to be on too long, but you jumped in. Appreciate that. I'm just trying to drop these picks real quick. I said a few things in the beginning, but so we'll see what happens. You got the Bears and the Lions. I'm going definitely with the Lions at home. Jared Goff in that dome. This is why it's important for the Eagles to get the number 1 seed. So people got to come outside because when people are comfortable in their own house, they do well. So it is what it is. The Jacksonville Jaguars and Tennessee Titans, I'm going with the Jags. I think the Jags will pull that out. They got embarrassed on national TV last week against the 49ers. I believe they will rebound at home against a lesser Titan team and get themselves together. The Jags, people got to understand, too, are still young. They're still young, and they have a long way to go. You know what I mean? I don't pick them coming out the West only because they're young. And Kansas City, the Ravens, they're just too seasoned. They're a bunch of veteran squads, especially Kansas City. I don't know. I can't see Jacksonville going into any of these places and beating these teams with their young mindset. Chargers, Packers. That's a tough one. I think the Packers are just still young. Love is still learning. So I'm going to take the Chargers to go on the road and beat the Packers, but we'll see. You know what I mean? Because the Chargers is another team that's inconsistent, has a lot of talent around them, but very inconsistent. Rumor has it if Bill Belichick gets fired in New England, that he'll go over to the Chargers. That may be the way to go, man. Talented quarterback. We see what Bill Belichick can do with a talented quarterback. He had the greatest of all time. I hate to say it, Tom Brady. It is what it is. Texans, Cardinals. I'm taking the Texans. Their young bull CJ Stroud is on a mission right now. They at home against the Cardinals. Now, Kyler Murray is back, but this is only his second game coming off an ACL injury. He looked pretty good in the first game. He knocked some rust off. We'll see how he looks against the Texans. DeMeco Ryans has that team playing really well, defense playing really well. I told people when DeMeco went over there that he was going to have that team playing defense. And when they got the offense going, they were going to be a problem, and they are a problem. So we'll see. Cowboys, Panthers, much as I hate to say it, I'm going to take the Cowboys. I just don't think the Panthers are going to be an easy win at home. I think the Cowboys are a different team outside of their stadium. We'll see. They beat the Chargers on the road, but again, like I said, the Chargers are so daggone inconsistent, you really can't count on them. They had a chance to win the game, but they couldn't get it done. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to take the Cowboys to beat the Panthers in a close one, closer than people think. The 4:00 games, Bucs 49ers, ain't really nothing to talk about there. The Bucs have been playing tough. but the 49ers look like they got their dog back in them. So I'm taking the 49ers to win. Bills and Jets, I will say the Bills, like you're supposed to take the Bills, but they just lost to the Broncos. They just fired the offensive coordinator. They're so inconsistent. I do not know what to expect from the Bills. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to say Bills because they're at home, but he just lost to the Broncos at home. So I don't know. Josh Allen, he turns the ball over like a madman. He's led the league in turnovers the last, I think, 4 seasons. Very inconsistent. Then you have the Seahawks and the Rams. I'm going to say the Seahawks will go in there and beat them. The Rams are rebuilding right now. They still got a pretty good offense, but you can't put them past it because these teams are so inconsistent. You would think the Seahawks would be able to beat the Rams, right? It's in LA, so you just never know. They do have Matthew Stafford, who's a veteran quarterback who's pretty good still. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua. So we'll see what happens. I mean, you would think Seahawks will win, but who knows? I'm going to pick the Seahawks to go into Rams Stadium and beat them. And you got the Sunday night game, which I think is going to be a good one. Broncos, Vikings. That boy Joshua Dobbs, man. Shout out to him. 11 NFL teams. Nobody believes in this guy, and he's the Vikings quarterback. Maybe the savior of their season to get them in the playoffs. Crazy. He just does whatever he can. Run, kick, pass, jump, play defense. He just does whatever he wants. He does whatever he can to get in there. So we'll see how that goes too. But I'm going to pick the Broncos actually to beat the Vikings at home. I think Russell Wilson is playing some good football right now. He looked good against Buffalo, and he's starting to do them old Russell Wilson things. And that Denver defense is for real. A lot of games they lost in the beginning of the season, if people don't remember, was the Broncos defense wasn't playing that well. Russell Wilson has 18 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He's having a pretty good season. So Russell hasn't been the problem, really. It was the defense, but they have since turned the corner and playing good football. So I'm going to take the Broncos. Even though the Vikings are playing good football, it's that Vikings defense I don't trust. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Eagles. As I wrap this show up today, I'm going to talk about them real quick. The Super Bowl, real quick. That was a hurt piece. It was hurt piece to watch. The Eagles barely able to get the pass rush because of the field. Not change their cleats in enough time. Some of the penalties, the Jalen Hurts fumble. At the end of the day, the Kansas City Chiefs beat us. I hate to say it. Kudos to them. They won. They beat us. They had a veteran coaching staff. I mean, we got undressed in the second half, man. You had Andy Reid. You had Spags, Eric Bieniemy. They came out with a decent plan. I would have loved to see Jalen Hurts get a chance to win it at the end, but, penalty happened. Much as we hate to say it, it is what it is. They called it, and it cost us. It sucks. It is what it is. We are in a position to hopefully get back, barring no weird injury or anything like that. I do think the Eagles understand what it takes to actually get it done, and they will get it done if they get back. But it's still a long road. We still got a lot of football left, even though we are sitting 8-1. As Brian Dawkins said last week on the show, last week, that he knows the Eagles' record, but he knows how quickly the season can turn on you as well. So this is why when people walk up to me and say, hey, you guys going to the Super Bowl, I'm not trying to hear that, because at the end of the day, once we get there, then I'll accept that. But I won't accept that until we get there. So I'm not looking past anybody. I'm not looking ahead. I'm looking week to week to week, because I want to be able to see how the Eagles are progressing, how we handling injuries and things like that, because that's going to matter even when we have home field advantage. We got to start it off right. Got to beat the Chiefs. Got to go 1-0 each week. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's a statement game. To me, it's the best team in the East versus the best team in the West. And we're going to see the Chiefs defense is real underrated. I don't think people understand how really good they are. I think they're like fourth. It's the Chiefs offense that hasn't been that good, but their defense has been keeping them in games. So you got to be aware of that. So with that being said, y'all, I want to thank everybody that's viewing. I see a lot of views. Nobody commented today, but a lot of views. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take the views. I will definitely take them. If you guys have any questions about any of my picks, let me know. I'm gonna run them back down for you real quick. That is the Ravens over the Bengals. That is the Browns over the Steelers. Dolphins over the Raiders. Lions over the Browns. Jaguars over the Titans. Chargers over the Packers. Texans over the Cardinals. Cowboys over the Panthers. 49ers over the Bucks. Bills over the Jets. Seahawks over the Rams. And the Broncos over the Vikings. And, of course, the Eagles over the Kansas City Chiefs. So we're going to see what happens. Everybody have a good night. Be safe. Watch some football tonight. Chill, relax, enjoy life, because let me tell you something. It is short, and I am finding this out as we go, that life is short. Do not take your blessings for granted. I'm learning that at the age, at the middle age of 40, in my middle 40s. Something I should have known when I was younger. But you live and learn, you crash and burn. So as I make my way back through life trying to get myself together, things have happened, things keep happening. That's really just like, damn. But at the end of the day, God woke me up. I'm healthy. I have a chance to rewrite some wrongs and fix some things. And that's what I'm trying to do to the best of my knowledge. And you guys should do as well. Take heed. If you have a blessing, take care of them as much as you can. Take care of your blessings, appreciate and pray. Look out for your loved ones. Get ready for the holiday, because I will not be on here until the next Thursday. That is Thanksgiving. I want everybody to enjoy their time with their family. Just enjoy the precious moments as much as you can, because, just like that, it can be gone. Life is not given to us. It is something that is a blessing. And I just want everybody to know that just watch yourself when you go out here. The world is moving in a place that we do not understand. Just stay prayed up. Watch out as much as you can, and just look at your surroundings as much as you can, and keep it moving, and just take care of your family first, and then take care of yourself. With that being said, everybody have a good night and a happy holiday. Go Birds. Eat up all your food and all that good stuff. And I'll talk to everybody later. Everybody have a good night. Your boy Tyrone Brown is out. And until next time, everybody be safe.